Interesting day. I forgot about this earlier. I didn't mean to. I just forgot about this. Blah, 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 blah. I forgot to talk about this earlier. It was interesting, but I just totally slipped my mind. And so I remembered it. And well, let's keep going, I guess. So this morning, I awoke to a bunch of messages in my messenger from a one Thaddeus. Thaddeus! Thaddeus can't hold any hard feelings. There's Thaddeus now. He asked me, did you know this was going to happen? Yeah, I expected this to happen. I always expect this to happen. That's what I say to people all the time. Like, whether you realize it or not, you're planting seeds. And the people around you are paying attention to what you're talking about. Even if they're dickheads about it, right? And so, and a lot of times they're dickheads about it based on, like, fear and programming. And, what I've been doing and talking about for a long time now is so far beyond taboo. What? It's far beyond taboo. I'm here. Screen keeps freezing. Yeah, well, you guys know what that is, right? I mean, it's part of it. You can't be. You can't be shocked by the expected. And I'm sorry the screen's freezing. I wish there was more I could do. I might go out front here for a minute, but my phone's not all the way charged, so that means I have to be inside. But I can go out front and see if I can't make things work just a little better for you. You gotta give it a little. It's nothing a dollop of spit can't handle. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. So it was a very interesting case. Thaddeus as a character is a very interesting case. As a human, is is like the stereotype, but in a very in a very unique kind of way, right? Like, Thaddeus is a loud, boisterous, proud gay man who isn't frail or isn't weak and doesn't take shit and speaks his mind and has probably been in several fights with stupid people in his life. And so again, I know who Thaddeus is, and I know like what tree I'm barking up when this happens. Who's coming with me? Who's coming?
Why don't you make Nate? Because I usually go on.
Okay, so since you volunteered, let's go.
Why? I usually go on the walks with the dog.
I know. No, you don't.
Yes, I do. You usually make me do
it. No, I don't. Dude, I'm not. Come on.
Dad, no, we already.
Yeah, the last few times that I've gone with Nate. So go get the thing, and come on. Go get the thing, please. Did you just slam your phone? Nick doesn't need to use his phone for the rest of the day.
I didn't slam my phone.
No, you did.
I accidentally dropped it.
Why are all these trolls on here? You guys don't have the trolls are here because they're required to be here. Don't you get it? Like it's bigger than it seems, and it's you know, it's everything I've been telling you guys for a very long time. And it's just maybe it's scary, maybe it's overwhelming. The thing is, you don't see it anywhere else, so that makes it, you know, almost hard to believe, because you're like, what the fuck am I looking at here? Thanks, bud. Was she cool this morning when it was just you two?
No.
Stop. What are you doing, man?
I'm not gonna.
Dude, what are you doing?
Pulling the dog. That's what I have to do all the time. Pull her.
Dude, stop it.
What am I doing?
Tootsie, come on, let's go.
See?
Come on. Come on. Yeah, you use your voice.
When I
And you
use my
well,
voice,
just
it
go.
doesn't
Just
work.
go. Just go. Get your brother telling the
Why?
crowd. Because I'm not dealing with your shit, man.
I didn't do anything. I just pulled the dog because she's
Okay,
not
if you
listening.
think you didn't do anything, that's the problem. Right. And you can leave your phone alone. I know. Come on. I love teenagers, man. Teenagers sure are fun. So, Thaddeus is, what you doing? Thaddeus is a really interesting case in that, you know, it's like you're smart enough to see it, right? You know? It's really weird how everybody is smart enough to see these things, but, you know, they come on, Toots, come on. But they don't do what they're supposed to do. Come on. You know, it's because it's so, the weight of it all, what it means at the end of the day. Come on. Come on. Yeah, come on. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Tula. Hey. Come on. Let's go. What are you doing? Come on. Come on. Stop. 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 Come on. This is ridiculous. What are you doing? Come on. Hey! Come on. Oh, this is so much fun. Come on. What are you doing? You're gonna get the prong collar here saying you're not gonna like that. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Good girl. Come on, good girl. That's a good girl. That was fun. So I have a cat. Yeah, cats are a hell of a lot better. I hate having dogs. I hate it. I hate dogs. I hate dealing with dogs. I hate dogs. But it is what it is. Come on. You're fine. Come on. How you doing? All right. Come on. All right, so man-made. Cats are from nature. That's a good point. Come on. You're a good girl. Come on. Come on, it's a good girl. Come on. Dumb dog. God damn it. My light show went out. Alright, so everything is is a piece of this puzzle. And some things you may see or think is like nothing, or just think of them as, weird. You just haven't found how they fit yet. And so when you say something like, what are all these trolls doing here? That's more of like an answer than it is a question, right? When I make the claim of the incredible the incredible censorship and interference and all that shit, this is it. This is it. This is the evidence. The evidence. When I say I'm the fucking best at this, and they're terrified of me, and they know that I'm that guy that can bridge the gap. Here's your evidence. So, let's see, instead of spending your time trolling your site, say interesting things, you're going to have more subscribers. To say something interesting, you're going to have more subscribers. Again, it's like, what are you even, not even sure what you're talking about. I don't control this. But until you could show me somebody else that has an fake page dedicated to them, the Rabbi Guy Williams page, you can show me the equivalent of any truther out there that has anything close. Yeah, I guess your trolls are wasting their time. Well, they're getting their points, man. That's what you don't understand. They're working. This is act.il. I've read it many times. You haven't been here to see it, but act.il is a social networking service used by supporters of Israel to infiltrate, interfere, and to fuck with people. And it's they call it a I don't remember, I can't think of it off the top of my head how it goes. I'm trying to remember the exact definition. But basically, these guys are here, this is their job. This is what they do. They're terrified of their perception online. They know how strong this all is. And so they're doing everything they can to just do something. They know that, the name calling and they know all of their shit sort of backfires on me. The more trolls that are here crying. I mean, you just look at my feed from earlier. Today I had 24 likes and between 0 and 2 viewers for most of them. Show me another feed that works that way. And it's that kind of stuff where it's like, maybe I can't show you a signed document from Donald Trump saying, what I'm saying is the truth. But I can show you, a whole bunch of evidence that I'm fucking bothering people. They're spending millions on social media and PR instead of just being decent humans. Go figure. Because they're not. I mean, so this is the thing I wanted to explain, right? I don't think you understand. I don't think most people understand. I'm not being even mean or anything. I'm not talking shit. I'm saying they've done a tremendous job hiding the truth. And so when I tell you that the genocide is the distraction, like that's a bold statement, right? That makes it sound like I'm discounting the genocide, which I'm not. Right? But the genocide is like they want us talking about. You especially, Thaddeus, you should recognize this, right? That think about what it was, you know, even 5 years ago, 10 years ago, when I would do my feed and I would talk about these things. Whether it's your response or it's anybody else, just think about, like, the genocide was this really taboo subject. You weren't supposed to talk about the genocide. You know, you're not even supposed to mention it. You're not supposed to say that word. And so you know, you would talk about these things, and there was the nastiness that would come your way. And they would try to do all kinds of things to sort of distract you from talking about that. But what they do, what I've learned that they do, and I'm like, you know, they say if you spent 10,000 hours on anything, you're an expert. And I would venture to say I've spent 10,000 hours on this. But you know, this took a long time. This took a lot of research. This took a lot of effort to put these pieces together, but I've done it. And so you have to ask yourself, how do you have an entire population that lives off of genocide and calls themselves the victim? How do you have an entire population that, you know, has 15, 20 kids, even though you can't see them? You know, you never see any of those mothers walking around with 20 kids behind them. How do you have an entire population that is so nasty, so ugly, so mean? You know, such stereotype bullshit, right? And there's a reason for it. And that is, you know, that starts with Mishnah Nada 5:4. So Mishnah Nada 5:4, to me, is the wall. It's the thing where I haven't gotten past it. I haven't found the thing that's worse than it. I haven't found the thing that I think, you know, should be dealt with first. I think this is the thing that is, like I said, it's the wall. It's the stop pulling. Yeah, good question, guy. And those inbred seller boys they a bunch of nutcases. It's all orchestrated for sure. Yeah, but like it's deeper than that, right? So I don't know if I could swear you heard me read the Bottom of Darkness article, or at least talk about it, but you might have been gone. I don't know the last time we spoke, that is. I didn't think it was over a year ago, but it might be. Bitch, it might be. Bitch, it might be. Bitch, it might be. But the April 23rd, 2025, the Bottom of Darkness article was published in the Israeli newspaper, the number one Israeli newspaper, Israel Hayom. The article is called Bottom of Darkness, right? You talk about this literally every week. Wah, wah. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, this is all I talk about. So why do you watch me? If you have such an issue with what I do and the consistency and how I do it, why do you subject yourself to it? Nobody makes you be here, right? I mean, obviously you want your points, so that's a thing. But, you know, nobody's making you be here. Yeah, it was hard. She put up a huge fight.
Yeah, and Nathan, I didn't know I was supposed to go. I'm sitting yelling at him to go. And finally, I looked outside and we're gone.
Yeah, I knew. I wasn't going to sit here and wait for it. So I guess I'll go up front. Thanks, guys. That was really helpful. So the Bottom of Darkness article is it's this secret hidden gem, right? It's this thing where it's like they never expected some dumb goy like me to find it. You know, what Goyim reads Israel Hayom? This is Israel's #1 free daily publication, distributed all over Israel for free. But what do you think they thought I was ever gonna get? You are the ultimate entertainment. The way you call me a pedophile and expose everything about the cult I'm involved in. Oh, it's so fun. All for it, man. You think you obsessing over me makes me look bad? You, right? Because boy, you are succeeding. Oh, I look so bad. I'm struggling so much here. Oh, I don't know how I'm gonna ever deal with you watching me. The fact that you find it entertaining to be exposed, like, it's always great. Come to my synagogue. Why would I ever want to go to your smelly ass, disgusting pedo lodge? Are you crazy? I love how they act like if I were to somehow, it was in person, then Mishnah Nadav would make sense. So for those that don't understand what I'm saying, Mishnah Nadav 5:4, anybody can look it up. There's the main Jewish website is called sefaria.org. Okay? Sefaria.org. It is known as the Jewish Library, the online Jewish library. Has all their, this is their thing. This is what they're all about right here. The translation says, what's up, man? How you doing? A girl who is 3 years and 1 day old, whose father arranged her betrothal, meaning he sold her. The betrothal is being sold. Is betrothed through intercourse, as the halalchic status of the intercourse with her is that of intercourse in all halalchic senses, meaning ownership takes place. And in the case where the childless husband of a girl 3 years and 1 day old dies, because she's 3, she's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 years old, 12 years old, she can't have children. Right? It's fucking silly. She's not physically capable of having children, but her 20, 30, 40, 50-year-old, 60-year-old husband is definitely capable and capable of dying. So in the case where he dies, in the case where the childless husband of a girl 3 years and 1 day old dies, if his brother, the Yavam, engages in intercourse with her, he acquires her as his wife. And if she is married, a man other than her husband is liable for engaging in intercourse with her due to violation of the prohibition against intercourse with a married woman. Nothing about a child, nothing that if one micropenis has already claimed this little girl, this 3, 4, 5-year-old girl, then another micropenis is not allowed to engage with her. Don't let him see your kids on camera. He's a sicko. I can feel it. I'm an empath. I can feel psychotic energy. Not worried about these fucking people. If they wanted to see, I don't live my life in fear because of them. I don't do anything differently because of them. I'm well aware of their capabilities. I'm well aware of, they have all the access to all the information. Nothing is hidden. None of that shit. So I'm just going to embrace it and engage who I am and be okay with it. Intercourse with a married woman. And if the girl is less than that age, younger than 3 years and 1 day, the status of the intercourse with her is not that of intercourse in all halal senses, meaning no ownership takes place. Rather, it's like placing a finger into the eye. Just as in that case, the eye constricts, sheds tears, and then returns to its original state, so too in a girl younger than 3 years and 1 day old, the hymen returns to its original state. Okay? you understand that pedophilia is not only it's written into their scripture. It's a part of their belief structure. You cannot fix this. You cannot eliminate the pedophilia in the friar belief structure without eliminating the friar belief itself. They're intertwined. It's like Christians pretending to drink blood and eat dead body. You know, it's how you go from level 1 to level 2. You got to take your communion. It's the same thing here. This is as much a part of their cult as anything else. So they spend the time to troll you when they could just get you kicked off social media or poison you or question anything. Keep talking. To keep an eye on things. One, I'm nothing. I mean, they can shut me down. It literally says I have 0 viewers right now. 0 viewers and 3 likes. But they can also keep a good eye on things. You know, I'm better than a lot of people are at this. I've been saying things for a lot longer than other people have. So staying ahead of the curve, keeping an eye, you know, keeping their ear to the ground, so to speak. This is how they can monitor things. This is how they can gauge things. This is how they can see what the average Goyim is doing, or the above average Goyim is doing. Not to mention, it would boost me. If they did something to me, it would boost me. And, you know, it depends on how it's taken after that point, but it could really be blown into something amazing. So you have stayed consistent for a very long time. Well, that is for sure. Well, like I say, if you could tell me what I'm wrong about, what I've ever been wrong about, I'd love to hear it. I'm a big boy. I can take it. Just know that, again, like, I can back up everything I say. So when I read you 3 years in 1 day, the hymen grows back. In the case of a boy 9 years and 1 day old whose brother had died childless, who engaged in intercourse with his yivama, his brother's widow, the status of the intercourse is that of halalchic intercourse, and he acquires her as his wife. But he cannot give her a bill of divorce if he chooses the end of marriage until he reaches majority, which is 13 with 2 pubes, and then 6 months later, after he's inspected to show his 2 pubes, he has his bar mitzvah, and he, you know, 6 months later, he's considered majority. And if he engages in bestiality, he disqualifies the animal from being sacrificed upon the altar, and the animal is stoned due to his act. What's up, Matt? Cool. So, hang on, let me just do a touch of promo here. Since none of you guys actually get the notification anyway, might as well. I had another guy yesterday. We were talking about the same thing. See, the thing with Thaddeus is very similar to a lot of people in that he sees what's wrong, but because he's inherently a decent person, he doesn't want to believe that it's the cult itself, that it's not just like everybody wants to believe that it's, you know, we're comfortable with saying it's Zionists. Oh, look, another fake rabbi's here. Why do you keep saying sweaty? I thought you was a Jew. Then I didn't see the notification. You have sex. Fake rabbis. Why are there so many fake rabbis here? Joined 1 year ago, has 0 subscribers. It's like, why are you saying sweaty? I realized what you were doing. Come on, Thaddeus. I can't just let you slide. I don't let anybody slide. So, get yours right. You're not wrong, guy, on that. I haven't been wrong about any of it. a lot of the shit I say might not be stuff you want to hear, but I'm right, you know. And like I say, everybody doesn't, you know, you've been programmed to think they're the innocent victims, the holohoax, you know, they're the victims, holohoax, you know, all these, you've been programmed your whole life to subjugate yourself to that. Christians believe that the savior of mankind is a Jewish guy. Jesus is a Jewish guy. Hmm? Yeah, I'm sure. I'll show you my synagogue. Oh, yeah, we'll do FaceTime. Yeah, okay. Why don't you just make the Guy Williams Sucks video like I keep asking you guys to make, and none of you are brave enough to? I already invited you to come. You can't hit. Why would I? Again, this is the part that you never really seem to get across. Why would I need to go to your piece of shit synagogue for the truth to be seen? How come when you speak in your comments, you sound like a piece of shit, pedo, weird ass motherfucker? Why would that change seeing you in person? See, but again, Thaddeus, you're still conflating Zionism and as the bad guy. You're making Zionism the bad guy and Judaism okay. This is why I keep saying the genocide is the distraction. Even if the genocide just wrapped up today, all of a sudden they were like, you know what, two-state solution, Palestinians, we're going to help you rebuild, all this other shit. That doesn't make it okay, because we're still talking about metzitzia. We're still talking about Mishnah Nadah 5:4. We're still talking about soul correction. These things have nothing to do with the Semitic peoples, the Palestinians, the Iranians, the Syrians, the Lebanese. This is where the distraction is, right? What's up, Mary? This is where you guys need to understand what's happening. Right? It's once we've gotten to this point where people like me, and if I'm doing it, other people are doing it. I don't think I'm fucking super unique like that. I just think those other people are probably censored as well. But you know, the 3 years and 1 day old thing, the metzitzia, these things are coming out more and more and more. And at the end of the day, what would they rather us talk about? Their belief structure that's written into their fucking shit, that there's no denying it. They can sort of discount it or try to minimize it, but it's still going to be there. Or the genocide that you know, for some reason they deny it and people entertain that idea. You know, of course they've been seasoning us, they've been programming us to accept the genocide, the elimination of brown people our entire lives, especially if they're Muslim, especially after 9/11 and they're Muslim, the Muslim terrorists, right? Lots of friars here today. Oh, you're going to talk about metzitzia? Well, I can talk about it. I offered him a flight to come talk to me and he won't. Again, who would just go to fucking some piece of shit? Like, why? I'm nothing. I'm nothing. I'm nobody. I'm wrong about everything. I have 4 viewers and 5 likes. I have 2,700 subscribers. I'm not Dan Bilzerian. I'm not Rathbone. I'm not Ian Carroll, who just magically appeared the other day again out of the blue. Piece of shit. Project Esther. Candace Owens. I'm not any of these guys. Why would you pay anything for me to go anywhere or do anything? You sure make me sound important when you start saying things like that. Necessarily, if God exists necessarily. Probably God doesn't exist, therefore God doesn't exist. What the fuck? That's the weirdest way. 3 friars and 2 real people. Statistically impossible naturally. Well, there's 2 real people, 3 real people here actually. Thaddeus is real. You're real. Mary's real. Yeah, that's it. But yes, so Thaddeus, you haven't been here for a while, so we've done a lot of figuring. So they make up 0.183% of the world's population. Meaning, if they, for them to be here, for those numbers to match, for my numbers to match the natural statistics, if for every one of them that's here, there should be at least 500 to 550 people watching me. So if there's 2 or 3 of them here, I should have 1,000 to 1,500 viewers if they were here naturally. The fact is, all of these people have been here before. So why do they keep coming back? Well, it's hard to keep count because the number keeps changing so much. I have 5 viewers and 5 likes currently. And so like, it's extremely important that you every single one of you read the Bottom of Darkness article. The Bottom of Darkness article is such a smoking gun. Like, there's so many pieces that are just these really important smoking guns. This isn't something that we're talking about the world. We're talking about changing the fucking world. We're talking about the revolution that is all encompassing and changes the world, right? So to do that is not going to be a 1 or 2 sentence or a half-hour conversation. People are always going to require a bunch of evidence. They want evidence, especially when it's something significant like this. I'm talking about the friars that you've been programmed your whole life you're not allowed to even talk about. The Holocaust. Don't talk bad about them. They're God's chosen people. The rest of you are shit. If you're not chosen, you're a slave. And they're the chosen people, right? This is the most important conversation that needs to be had. And like I say every day, the most important thing that we can do as a society right now is to protect the Jewish children. Call me all the istanisms you want to, but I think protecting the Jewish children is the number one most important thing in the world right now. Send me the link for it. I'll watch or read it. I'll try to keep an open mind. Well, it'll be in the description after. It's always in the description after. But there's nothing like, this is where it's like, you say, I'll try to keep an open mind. You have no reason to think anything otherwise. So if you just go to Google machine, you put in Israel Hayom, Hayom, Bottom of Darkness, it'll pop right up. Slander and blood libel. So blood libel means, it's funny that they use it. They use it like they do anti-Semitism, right? Semitism means policy or predisposition favorable to Jews. Policy, rules and regulations, predisposition. If your mother's family all has cancer, even if you don't smoke, drink, do drugs, anything like that, you still have a higher chance of getting cancer because of your predisposition to cancer. It's like genetic programming. So Semitism is rules and regulations, and genetic programming is favorable to Jews, which essentially is supremacy. If the rules and regulations are favorable to you and everybody's, predisposition is favorable to you, doesn't matter what you do, doesn't matter what your actions are, we still give you favor. That's called supremacy. Right? It's pretty simple. And so anti-Semitism, everybody should be proud of their anti-Semitism. You see, this is you never see any of these truthers say that. All these Esther cucks that are out there, they're all the same. They say the same things, they respond the same ways. Nobody ever says, fuck yeah, I'm proud of my anti-supremacy. I'm proud of my anti-Semitism. Semitic refers to the people of the region, the Palestinians, the Lebanese, the Syrians, the Iranians, even the North Africans are considered Semitic. The only anti-Semitic ones are the Jewish people that are eliminating the Semitic people on a daily basis with their genocides. Right? So it's really important to see how they've hijacked language. The pen is mightier than the sword for a reason. They control your thought process. They control like how you think. If they control how you think, then what you think is secondary. You know, if you believe the earth is a round ball flying through space, then you're going to accept that meteors can fall out of the sky, that poles can shift, that fucking dinosaurs walked the earth, that, all these other things that come with it, that we need to spend millions of dollars on James Webb Space Telescopes and all these other things because you already accept what they believe. If you already accept the Bible, then when they tell you that gay people are bad, and gay people are fiends, and gay people do this, and gay people do that, and gay people, well, you're just going to accept it because your how is already taken care of. You already accept that the Bible is true. What the Bible says then is secondary, right? But I think Israel exists, so no use discussing that. They exist, so what's next? How do we free the world from the Zionist grip in the apartheid state? Again, you don't seem to want to actually do it. You want to be in control. You don't want to acknowledge, you want to say you were right, but then I was right, but only to a certain point, and then you're right. You. You don't seem to understand that you're wrong about everything. The whole concept of Zionism is a disguise, is fake. As long as you're still talking about Zionism, you're not going to fix the narrative. You're not going to fix the problem. The problem is not Zionist. The problem is the friars, is the cult itself. There's no good thing that comes from the cult. We eliminate the cult and then we don't have this wonderful thing that the world has. There's nothing that the cult brings that we couldn't have any other way. It's not Israel that is raping children left and right in Hollywood. It's not Israel that takes over places like Lakewood and Curious Joel and shit like that. That's not Israel. It's not Israel that is controlling our government. It's not Israel. Like you can't say free Palestine to the Lebanese. You can't say free Lebanon to the Iranians. You can't say free Iran to the Palestinians. They have the same enemy. I get it. You want me to think there is something innately bad about Judaism. Well, I see them all as religious people, some good, some bad. Okay, did you not hear Mishnah Niddah 5:4? Do you not understand? And again, so here we are at the bottom of Darkness article. Yeah. Multiple women recount organized abuse, including ritual ceremonies conducted by people they knew, even close family members. After months of interviews with victims, their families, treatment professionals, and experts in Israel and abroad, a disturbing picture emerges with descriptions difficult to read. April 23rd, 2025. This is Israel Hayom. There's no Goyim involved in this. This is Sheldon Adelson's baby. This is the #1 free Israeli paper. None of those typical excuses work, right? Religion is archaic, no longer necessary, but could be useful as souls. No, if those same people that need religion, if they were shown something better, something different, they would thrive. They fail because religion is inherently failure, especially the one that calls you Goyim. I suffered painful sodomy, truly felt like I was splitting into. Let me ask you this. That is, you think you're right. The genocide is not something that is frowned upon for us to talk about anymore. Netanyahu is on TV every other day saying shit that you go, well, how the fuck is he even allowed to say these things? Because, my God, isn't there somebody around him that sees what he's saying and says, dude, you can't talk like this. You're giving away you're saying the quiet part out loud. Blah, 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 blah. Right? You would think somebody would say that, but for some reason, nobody ever does. And you see the Randy Fine, and you see the Kushners, and you see all these people literally telling us all about it, bragging about it. There's only one thing we're not allowed to talk about. We are absolutely allowed to, encouraged to talk about the genocide, talk about Israel. There's no secret when it comes to Israel. You know, we're no longer supposed to keep that one in the jar. We're allowed to let that shit out. The thing you're not allowed to talk about is there's 71 girls that were found emerging from a tunnel. Naomi Elkins. We're not allowed to talk about Naomi Elkins and the ritual essay murders, or the ritual essay that led to the death of her daughters. You know, we're not allowed to. You have to look at what you're not allowed to talk about. Yep, somebody with the same name and the same picture as me. That must be a real person. Again, Thaddeus, look at my fucking feed. At some point, you have to realize nobody else gets what I get for a fucking reason. You don't hear anybody else that talks like me, and it just so happens that nobody gets what I get. What an amazing coincidence, don't you think? If I'm wrong, why is so much effort put into somebody who only has 7 viewers and 5 likes? You have to understand what is happening here. Look at the effort. You can't find this anywhere else. You will not find a Rabbi Ian Carroll page. You'll not find a Rabbi Rathbone, a Rabbi Dan Bilzerian. You're not going to find a fake page where they made 39 videos over 3 days to specifically, you know, weird, like they're not even targeting me per se. They're literally, each video addresses something that I've talked about. Like sort of like a retraction of something that I've talked about. These are all paid act-on propaganda dissuade campaign that attempts to give misinformation, and override common sense and truth. Yes. These are act.il people. It's called Rise App now, but yeah. At the end of the day, most of you, Thaddeus, you make the argument by saying, I think this, or I feel this way. Whereas I make the argument going, look, here's the fact. This is the factual piece of this that's getting overlooked here. I suffered painful sodomy, truly felt like I was splitting in two. It's a terrible experience, but there's something about these things, perhaps in their strangeness, that's like maybe the hardest component is that if you tell people about these things, they'll think you're crazy. Literally. The same thing I'm talking about. I remember many types of severe sexual abuse, but there's something about these ritualistic abuses that makes them the bottom of darkness. In direct words and with a clear voice, Imuna, a pseudonym like all victims' names in this article, describes the severe abuse she experienced in her childhood. Organized sexual abuse that includes ceremonies with supposed religious significance. Horrifying ceremonies in which religious people, some from her own family, sacrificed her as an offering for spiritual transcendence or redemption. This is how you get people that can be the Israelis that you know, they get dropped off in a bus and they fight, you know, they pushing each other to claim the house that was recently, you know, the Palestinians that lived there 2-3 days ago. And the Israelis came in and took the families out. And then they brought in a busload of Jewish people. And when the door opened, they fought each other, trying to claim their house. If I don't steal your house, somebody else will. Right? This is their mentality. Anti-Semitism is not okay, says Matt, and you are correct. It is not okay. Now look, the fake rabbi is talking about how I need mental help. This is all they have. This is what the new song is about. Call of Duty. Mental help. You have a paranoid. You have a psychosis, paranoid delusion, or a pathological delusion. Oh man, I'm fucking a psychosis, a path. Oh, why can't I think of it right now? God damn it! I hate when this happens. All right, let's see. I can just do this. Bum bum bum, satellite of love. Bum bum bum. I was auto emancipation. Just again, this is why this conversation is so hard, because you have to prove every piece, and you have to provide your receipts for everything, because they just weasel out of anything you say, right? Schizophrenic. Yep. I'm They don't even know what schizophrenia means, but they all seem to say it incorrectly. Why do so many of them, incorrectly use schizophrenia as their burn? Where did they all learn to say the same dumb shit? Auto Emancipation is a pamphlet written in German, by Russian, Polish, Jewish doctor and activist Leon Pinsker in 1882. So, it was anonymously written. It showed up in German, in this publication. Who published it? But it was anonymously written, and then later on, it was attributed to this Leon Pinsker character, who was written in German, but he's a Russian, Polish, Jewish doctor who is only a doctor because he got his law degree, but Jews weren't allowed to practice law in Russia at the time, so he got his law degree, and then said, oh, well, I can't do that, so I'm just going to become a doctor instead. So then he just became a doctor in 1882. It is considered a founding document of modern Jewish nationalism, especially Zionism. Pinsker argued the origins of anti-Semitism, or discussed the origins of anti-Semitism, and argued for Jewish self-rule and the development of a Jewish national consciousness. This is where the idea of them being, this one people against the world, and they need to come to Israel, and that thought process didn't exist before this. That's what this is sort of implying. He wrote that Jews would never become the social equals of Goyim until they had a state of their own. He called on Jewish leaders to convene and address the problems. In the pamphlet, he describes anti-Jewish attacks, not believing in their supremacy, as a psychosis, a pathological disorder, and an irrational phobia. Schizophrenia. You have schizophrenia. They've been taught to say this from the beginning. You have to understand what's going on. Receipt after receipt after receipt. It's why I do this way. Yeah, okay, this is not working. What the fuck is going on? Alright, so. Imuna is not alone. More than 10 women between the ages of 20 and 45 with whom we spoke described a severe phenomenon raising serious concerns that in Israel, like many countries worldwide, organized sexual abuse of children is occurring right under everyone's nose. It's funny how they say that, like they're trying to minimize things, but they're actually acknowledging something else. Because this article is specifically about, friar ritual sexual abuse. So they're acknowledging that this friar abuse happens all over the world, in places like Lakewood, in places like Curious Joel. That is, focus on the point, not the race. It's not about race. They conflate the term anti-Semitic and anti-Semitic and anti-Semitic. No, you're off a little bit, right? Anti-Semitic is what they are. Semitic are the people of the region. There's a reason why they've banned DNA testing in Israel, because the last big one showed that 95% of those tested didn't have any Semitic DNA. They came from places like Ukraine, like Europe, like America, the United States. They're not from that region. That's why they're so allergic to everything. You know, that's they're and they're not a race. Remember, you can't convert your race. Sammy Davis Jr. was Jewish. Nell Carter was Jewish. Convert your race. I can't just start telling people, oh, look at me, I'm a Chinese now. Anti-Semitism, in 2020, they changed the spelling of anti-Semitism from ANTI-capital SEMITISM to ANTI-SEMITISM. All one word, all lowercase. Because they literally wanted to hide the fact, they didn't want people believing that anti-Semitism opposed something called Semitism. So they changed the spelling officially. Right? I'm saying some people think anti-Semitic and therefore assume it's a racist term without even thinking about it. I know. I'm just answering you in general. We have 11 viewers and 6 likes. Let's kick that up a notch. Come on, bam, kick it up a notch. Like, share, sub if you're watching, if you're concerned about these things, if these things matter to you. Right? But saying it's racist is just a cop-out. They love to connect themselves to black people when they're being oppressed, because what's been done to black people was just so obvious and just, malicious and fucking, right in your face, and who gives a shit for such a long time. And they like to pretend like they have the same situation. They don't. The funny thing is, go look at all the Black Lives Matter rallies. Did you ever see a whole bunch of penguins leading the charge? A bunch of Hasidics standing there in a line between the police and the people, knowing that the police won't attack them? Nope. Nope, never. Never. You're not a race when you can convert to it. This is a cult. There are racial features, like there's an ethnic identity. When you have the same people inbreeding for generations, you're going to get some standard features like a micro penis. They all have micro penises. There's something to that. Sorry, but Zionists are now acting like the Nazi. The evidence in public for. Again, Nazis are National Socialist and Zionist. N-A-Z-I. The National Socialist and Zionist Party came together and formed Nazis. You're just so caught up on words when you don't, you don't understand how these words are used against you. Again, you should be proud of your anti-Semitism, because that's anti-supremacy. You understand that nobody else has that word. Nobody else has a word that is, policy and predisposition favorable to them. Nobody else has anything like that. And we're not talking about a race. One of the best examples of that is that all they have to do is denounce the cult, and nothing is held against them. If you say, yeah, you know what, I was raised in this cult, I've hated it for a long time, but I didn't know how to get out. Now that you're providing a place for me, I fuck yeah, this is dumb as shit. I am not a friar. Guess what? You're not a friar. It's just that simple. I could walk around saying I'm a friar. Nobody has a word like that. Unless your father is Jewish, if your mother isn't Jewish, you are a Jew. You can't be a sinvert. Or you can be a sin. No, definitely. The people that convert aren't welcomed. I mean, they're treated better than the Goyim are to an extent, but then they're stuck constantly trying to prove they're themish enough. Being a convert doesn't really do you much good. Did you hear about that? Remember that guy that was spitting on everybody? They made a big hate crime, but then the story went away. Well, it turns out he was trying to convert. He went there trying to say, "Hey, I want to be you guys," and they were like, "Fuck you, Goyim." So he started spitting on him. But that as soon as that part of the story came out, everybody was like, "Oh, let's talk about something else." I agree with everything. He has proof of everything he said. Exactly. No, I'll never get on board with anti-Semitism, but I agree it's a term that has been weaponized and used to control the narrative of political figures and the media. So you agree that it's a weapon, but you're never going to get on board and say, I'm anti-supremacy? Like, it's what the word means. Like, you're either for policy or predisposition favorable to Jews, or you're not. There's no gray area there. It's really pretty simple. It means policy or predisposition favorable to Jews. And that's that. I'm not anti-Semitic. I'm very proudly not anti-Semitic. I support the Palestinians. I support the Lebanese, the Iranians, the Syrians, the Egyptians. These are all Semitic people. I do not support the invaders who have been invading since the first Aliyah, 1881. See, a lot of you are confused because of the timing and all that. The whole bullshit narrative that we were raised on, that it was because of World War II, that in the Holocaust, that Israel was created in 48. But they'd been invading since 1881 at roughly 10,000 per year. And then there's the whole Havara agreement, which completely destroys the Holocaust narrative. Like, completely. It's crazy. Because, Thaddeus, you're an old fuck like I am. You remember going to school, and every single year during history, you would have 1 month or so that was all about World War II, the Holocaust, why they're the victims, gotta read Anne Frank, blah, 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 blah. Right? 100% of, if you're a certain age, if you went to school before the internet, you were there. I am anti-supremacy, of course. Jews are not the only ones trying to carve out favorable conditions for themselves. Evangelicals are just as guilty. Show me the passage in the evangelical handbook that says you can rape a 3-year-old and 3 year and 1 day old girl and she becomes your wife. And if she's younger than 3 years and 1 day old, it's a wash because her hymen grows back. Don't worry about it. If you can show me that, I'll agree with you. I don't know why are you so concerned with defending this group? Hasn't it dawned on you that that's your programming? Even the ones you thought were your friends, as soon as you step out of line, as soon as you're not a good Goyim with your Noahide laws, they turn on you immediately. You've seen it first, full hand. I agree, Israel's but no way they leaving the land, so solutions need to be negotiated, 2-state solution. That's fucking dumb as shit. The 2-state solution they've been, talking about for 70 fucking years. In your apartment, if I just came to your apartment and was like, hey, a friend of mine my family member used to live in this apartment. So from now on, 90% of your apartment belongs to me. Are you going to be okay with that? Do you really think that if the children aren't put through the ritual abuse, the soul correction ritual abuse, they're still going to turn out the way they are? I mean, your arrogance is just outstanding, man. You're just wrong. You've been wrong this whole time, consistently, time after time after time. You've told me how you're not going to do this, you're not going to say that, blah, blah, blah. I'm wrong, I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And then some time goes by, you experience it for yourself, and then you come back and say, hey, you know what? What? She's not up here. Out front. I was wrong about this one part. You were right about this one part. Actually, you never say you were wrong. You say I was right. Why does it have to go through, why do we have to go through the song and dance, the negative bullshit? It's not just guy who hates this. Yeah, I mean, most of you should. Let's talk about Mishnah Nadav for a second. We did earlier. I already read it once, but yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's not about Israel. It's not about, the genocide. Don't you care about protecting the Jewish children? I mean, you have to read this to really get an understanding, but perhaps the world knows that rape occurs, that incest occurs, but this the world doesn't know. These acts have been kept secret for years, perhaps because of their insanity. It was always very, very strange, as if there was an internal logic, but it was so crazy. Very strange things happen. They are normalized in a ritualistic and orderly manner. There's a specific time. There's when to say this verse, when to say that verse. There's an order as if things are supposed to be done this way. Each woman we interviewed during the investigation had a different life story. They come from different areas of the country, from north to south. Each is in a different place in her life. These women did not know each other previously, grew up in different communities, and come from different sectors and religious streams. Yet the ritual abuse stories they describe are similar in ways that would compel us to listen and not turn a blind eye. Some were harmed in early childhood education settings in girls' schools. Others were in their family homes, yeshivas, or synagogues. In this article, blah, blah, blah. Victim, sacrifice, punishment, correction, transcendence, redemption. The victim is sacrificed and punished, and the punishment leads to the correction where the transcendence takes place, where the sins of the person doing it are transcended onto the child so that they get their redemption. These are reoccurring concepts in the testimony, the prayers, the mutterings, the ecstasy surrounding the victims, the extreme pain, humiliation, and torture, the crushing of personality and soul. Testimony after testimony after testimony. They even went with 3 right there. From women who experienced organized childhood abuse that included group rape performed within ceremonial and ritual frameworks. I mean, the rabbis here, can you explain to us? Seriously, please, right. I mean, really, why aren't they jumping in to explain this? This guy needs to meet Rabbi who gives a shit. He will set him straight. This guy is crazy and he talks about Call of Duty and taking his meds. What a loony bin. Yep, I'm crazy, all right. Your responses totally make sense to what's being said here. We met these women over the past few months. We spoke with family members and some of the victims, with treatment professionals, and with experts in Israel and abroad specializing in trauma and disassociation. We collected information about organized ritual abuse, a phenomenon recognized worldwide. The picture emerging from all gathered information is disturbing and difficult. It requires, at minimum, a deep and meaningful investigation by law enforcement authorities. It's a religious national mission to expose this phenomenon. Most of the women we interviewed come from religious Zionist or ultra-Orthodox communities, although Shishabat received additional testimonies about similar cases in secular society. Therefore, it is important to emphasize that these findings don't target any specific sector, but rather direct a beam of light towards a suspected crime of the most severe kind imaginable, happening everywhere. Us Friars don't do anything like this with a bunch of laughing emojis, because this is funny, right? Like the weirdest part is when they actually do respond, because they don't know how to respond correctly. You know, a normal person is like, what? What the fuck are you talking about? This is fucking awful. What the fuck? I've never heard of this before. What the fuck are you talking about? Not, us Jews don't do anything like this. Smiley face, smiley face, smiley face. Like they're trying to force it. It's the bag of sand. Remember in the 40-year-old virgin when he outs himself because they ask him what a titty feels like and he says, a bag of sand? He thinks that's a good example, but everybody catches on right there. They go, oh shit, you don't actually know. Oh. That's what happens every time they respond. Right? They don't know how. You're inventing all of what you speak about. I'm inventing it while reading about it in the Israel Hayom publication. Sheldon Adelson, Israel Hayom, the #1 free distributed daily paper in Israel, Israel Hayom. I'm making this up. Isn't it funny how everybody's always making up the same thing about you guys? It's the same story that's been done for blood libel, by the way. Blood libel. Let me just read you what blood libel is. Because they like to say things are blood libel. Blood libel, or ritual murder libel, is an anti-Semitic trope which falsely accuses Jews of murdering Christians in order to use their blood in performance of religious rituals. So why would they say things? Why would they say that? That's blood libel. That's blood libel. And if you look into the blood libel thing, the list is a fucking mile long. They got a mile-long list of made-up, the same made-up accusation, hundreds. I don't know, but in at least in on the Wikipedia page, there's probably 100 examples, over and over again throughout history. Most women in similar cases in secular society. Therefore, it is important to emphasize that these findings don't target any specific sect. Oh yeah, we already read that. Sorry. Several rabbis' names appeared repeatedly in some testimonies. Multiple complaints filed at different police stations around the country were all closed relatively quickly. Even when suspicions arose around about a network harming children in Jerusalem, police investigators, at best, lacked the sufficient tools or knowledge to properly investigate. Remember, this article is not a good guy article. On the surface, you think it's a good guy article. It's exposing this crime, blah, blah, blah. Remember, we were never supposed to see this shit. We don't read Israel Hayom. Why the fuck would any of us Goyim read Israel Hayom? This was meant to be read by other victims who were thinking about saying something. And this is to remind you that, well, the Israeli police just don't have enough money. They lack the sufficient tools or knowledge to properly investigate. This article tells you you better shut the fuck up because nothing good's going to come from it. You need to be watched and monitored because you hate us. It's not fair. Look at this. They're breaking down. Breaking down. Can't even make sense of things now. We don't control anything. We are the victims. Can't you see it? Oh, we are the victims. Man, you need to at least try to bring truth to your viewers. Again, how are you guys arguing that I'm somehow not telling the truth? This is what it says. I'm reading it to you. Oh, now it's AI. Oh, yeah. From April 23rd, 2025. Yep. And then all the everything that came of it. It's all just AI. Yep. Kabbalah and Noahide law is as dangerous as Islam and Sharia law. And Christianity. Don't forget, Christianity is the big bad killing everybody. It's the enforcer. It's the Jewish enforcer religion. It's the Goy religion. It's to control you and say, hey, as long as you do everything you're supposed to do down here and you listen to us while you're down here, when you die, oh boy, you get to live like we do. Then you get the mansion. Then you get the party. It's a party. You just got to follow all the rules and don't say anything. Crazy. Most are all hate viewers because everyone knows you not only are a spice addict, but you reject an object God. I reject an object God. So then you could be doing anything else in the world, and instead you're here saying dumb shit and crying about what I'm doing. You could be out spreading the word. You could be out, planting trees. You could be out skiing. You could be out bowling, you could be having fun, you could be swimming, you could be cleaning your house, you could be inventing something, you could be doing anything else in the entire world. You could be watching any plethora of things on this platform alone, but any number of platforms out there with any number of different shows, movies, feeds, anything else in the world. And you're here because you just hate what I'm saying to my 7 viewers and 10 likes. I'm not censored. I'm not throttled. You've seen lots of feeds before that have 7 viewers and 10 likes, right? Rabbi, you are the victims. Nobody is buying that pitch anymore. Isn't it funny? Like, it's really just falling apart everywhere. Constant slander and constant tropes. When will our people see peace from these monsters? Why won't they let us just rape our children in peace? Why won't they let us just suck on our baby dicks in peace? Come on, why? Metzitzia is okay. Why does everybody have a problem with it? The whole kicked out of 109 countries in the last 1,000 years. I think that's actually bullshit. I think that's just one of... What? What? What's up? What? Grab what? Jesus Christ, I'm not ready for that. Jesus. Looks good, smells good. I bet it tastes exactly the same. Sheet pan, rat-a-tat-tat-tat, rat-a-tat-too. Gotcha. Again, how come none of the supposed rabbis in here are actually like correcting me, or how come they just keep crying the same old crybaby? You can't say that. That's slander. Stop reading our truth. Stop telling people about what we do. This is slander. In that case, extensively exposed in 2019 in the TV program Source, suspicions arose about a pedophile network that harmed dozens of children in a Holland neighborhood. Investigators tended to dismiss it as an invention, an exaggeration, or panic by parents and treatment professionals, and closed the case with almost no relevant indictments. What's happening is multiple women or children are saying the exact same story. It's the same story. All these different people don't know each other, and they're saying the same story with the same rabbis, the same everything. And yet, over and over again, people are like, oh, you're just lying. Oh, you're just lying. How, if a child came up to you and said, hey, you notice the child has marks on their body, their personality's changed. They say, yeah, I was severely abused by this group of people. I was severely abused by that guy and that guy and that guy. Are you going to be like, oh, stop, you're lying. You're just lying. Look at how crazy this shit is. Coach PEDO's here. Wikipedia is your main source, and guess what? I can edit Wikipedia myself. If that's your source, maybe you should read a book. But I doubt you have the mental capacity to do so. Right, because reading a book would be different than reading the words on the page. I'm actually reading Israel Hayom's Bottom of Darkness. You understand? This is an article. There's no, you can't edit this at all, you dumb, desperate fuck. How can you be so stupid? Like, it's just so weird. How do you get so stupid? Sidestepping the actual question. Yep. Tried to talk about metzitzia. Yep. I'm stopping you from saying anything. You know he feeds off the trolls. I guess you all are in symbiotic relationships of madness. The joke is on you because Guy does influence people because he often gets stuff right. There's not a thing I'm wrong about. I mean, again, like Mary says, why aren't these rabbis correcting what I'm getting wrong? You know? Why aren't these rabbis telling everybody, like, oh, yeah, there's metzitzia, but it's okay because of this, or anything like that. Oh my God. Hmm. When my wife cooks, it always tastes the same. It's funny. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Can we get any? Is there anything worthy of reading here? You could even say, I offered a free ticket. Why do you keep saying the same dumb shit? I would never, ever do anything where I would have to put myself anywhere near you smelly fucks. Just, again, you have the fucking advantage here. In this situation, compared to, say, a live stream debate where you're in person, you'd fall apart. At least here you can read, you can try to figure out what your best response is going to be. Hopefully you're smart enough to spell things right, but we both know you're not. We all know you're not. But you have every advantage. If you say something that I can't answer for, my way through it, everybody's going to see it on my face. They're going to see how I respond. I'm shooting from the hip. You guys, all you get to think about what you want to say. You get to make sure what you have to say is fucking spot on. And you're failing miserably. Why would I ever waste any sort of time on you? I already give you guys enough of my energy. And if I'm wrong, and if I'm crazy, and I'm nothing, and I'm nobody, and I have, 8 viewers and 11 likes, because that makes sense, then why would you even care so much? I'm nothing. Why would you want this one dumb goyim, just this one random guy? Why would you be so concerned about me? He doesn't want to face the truth. What truth are you talking about? And he talk constant bad about his wife. And he talk constant bad about his wife. Like, look at how obvious it is that English isn't their first language. And he talk constant bad about his wife. You're always more than welcome to make the Guy Williams Sucks video. It'd be a lot easier than flying me to your fucking synagogue and shit. All you have to do is go live on your feed. Or maybe, I don't know if you have enough subscribers. If you don't have 50 subscribers, then you can't go live. But either go live or make the video where, just like this, you're talking to the camera and you tell me and everyone else why Guy Williams sucks, what I'm getting wrong, and you answer anything or, anything I'm avoiding or anything you can possibly point out, you do. And then once you're done, you tell me you did it, and I'll go live, or I'll be live. You could do it right now. And I'll show your video on my feed. We'll all watch it together. And you can roast me the very best you can. Why haven't any of you done that? This has been, the challenge now for quite some time. And yet none of you cowards are willing to just make a simple video. You want to fly me over to see you, but you won't make a simple video? Mm, 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 mm. Mm. Now I'm an idol worshiper. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, this has been a really strange, interesting chat, to say the least. I have things to do, so cheerio until the next chat. You crack rods, gotta give them hell. The thing I just don't understand is how, Thaddeus, you're not going, holy shit, guy's right. I'm not sitting here trying to give you financial advice. I'm not sitting here telling you I'm like some architect, engineer. I tell you how to make your kitchen better. Or, I'm not telling you how to cook this or that. I'm saying in this fucking arena, I'm the goddamn Mike Tyson in his prime, heavyweight fucking champion of the goddamn world. And I challenge anybody to step in my ring and see what happens. And actually, you see it consistently. So when it comes to this thing, how are you not going, yeah, that guy Williams, heavyweight fucking champion. There's nothing. He can't be stopped. I don't think you are important enough, but it would be fun. So, I love when they say that. I'm not important enough to make a quick 5-minute, 10-minute video. But I am important enough to watch every single feed I do for hours at a time, constantly crying and begging for my attention, and offering to fly me somewhere and all that other shit. But the one thing I'm not worth doing is making a quick video. Gotta love how that logic always works out. Oh, well, they'll say all the dumb shit possible. They know I'm not gonna listen or give any weight to anything they're saying, so they just say all the dumb shit in the world. But because I'm not gonna believe what they're saying if they tell the truth, well, then they're not gonna say that. They would tell the truth, but I'm not gonna believe it. So instead, they're just gonna say all the dumb shit possible. Like, it's fucking insane to watch it. This is crazy. This is fucking insane. It's so interesting to see how it works out. It never ceases to amaze me. I mean, I've been seeing the same thing now for years. And it's still amazing to me. I mean, it's not as weird for me as it is for other people. I'm so used to that part. But it's definitely crazy. Yeah. You're only worth mocking. Yeah, okay. Because, you're doing such a good job mocking me by playing the exact role I say you're going to play. By spending all your time and energy on me instead of doing anything else. But the one thing you're not going to do is prove that I'm wrong about anything. The one thing you're not going to do is give yourself a hint of credibility. Since everything you say is fucking stupid and obvious and all this, you could at least give yourself a hint of credibility by showing who you are and making a quick video showing your face and being proud of yourself, being proud to show your face and give your opinion and all that stuff. You think you would be like really into it. But nope, that's the one thing you're not going to do. That's where you draw the line. I offered a full paid trip to come talk to me. Again, this is like the dumbest, like inbred. They're just so inbred. So again, instead, why don't you make a video showing you're real? Then I'll take you up on your trip. It makes more sense to pay for a trip and put me up for a period of time than it does to make a simple video. If that's not the most inbred fucking chosen logic, I don't know what is. It's more of a cop-out. It's one of these things that they know isn't going to happen. So, they say it and then pretend it's to their advantage. You know, it's easy to be a tough guy on the keyboard when you know nobody can actually smack you in the face. But these guys aren't tough guys in real life. You know, they're so embarrassed by their own look. They know if they were to make the Guy Williams Sucks video, we would just rip them apart for their physical appearance. It would just be so fucking obvious at that point. They couldn't hide behind all their typical shit if that was the case. Again, it's so easy to act like you're a badass when you know there's no repercussions for it. Where is the video?
Of the size of somebody's genitalia or
This
the
is lit.
resort to making fun of the size of somebody's genitalia or the way they look, they've already lost the argument.
That's my favorite of their videos because it's so dumb. If you have to resort to making fun of somebody's the size of somebody's genitalia or how they look, they have already lost the argument. Like, it's either they have already won the argument or you have already lost the argument. But they're so stupid that they say the worst thing. That I've already smashed them so severely that they've already lost, so I might as well make fun of their tiny little micro penis. And you notice how they never, ever fucking deny it? They don't know how. Remember, just like with all the other comments where, you know, they pretend they don't violate children or whatever, and it doesn't come out right. The bag of sand. They don't know how to deny the micro penis. Wouldn't you be embarrassed if it were? Oh my God, I'd be so, like, I wouldn't, I don't, I wouldn't, I'd hide my face forever. If I went to a feed and somebody just ripped me apart like this and all I did was just look stupid time and time again, I'd feel so embarrassed. Yes, I should take the trip. I should just fly to who knows where to go see who knows who. Some coward that's not even willing to show their face. I'll just get on a plane and go see them. Yeah. Because, you know, history has shown what wonderful people the friars are. Especially to people who don't agree with them, who don't subscribe to their supremacy, to their Semitism.
Have to resort to making fun of the size of somebody's genitalia or the way they look, they've already lost the argument.
Notice how he's also not saying making up something about the sizes. He's saying, I'm making fun of their tiny genitalia. He's not denying that it's small. He's just saying that I make fun of it. Look at how dumb these guys are. It's amazing. Deal me my repercussions when you see me. I doubt it will happen, and you will probably be wearing a kippah by the end of the weekend. Submit to the one and only. Why? Why would I ever? Nope. They don't get booted. Gee, I wonder why. Don't go. They'll clone you and replace you with a copy that's more intelligent and likable. Yeah, I bet. Yep. Again, why would I ever want to do anything that involves them? I mean, the constant stupidity. Like, what would be the point? It's not like I'm going to learn anything. They're too stupid to put together, reasonable sentences. You know, it's not like they're going to teach me something. They're just fucking stupid. Rant about them constantly. Debating them actively would actually be a lot more effective than talking to 10 people who hate you. Ooh. How am I preventing anybody from debating me? I always love this excuse, but again, you have all the advantage here. All you have to do is debate. Pick a thing I'm wrong about and start telling everybody what I'm wrong about. If I can't crush your argument, then you win the debate. Seems pretty fucking simple. I mean, it's amazing that I have to explain this, but again, you're so stupid, it's not that surprising. Now you want to talk about something completely different. Gee, that's weird. You want to talk about submarines. You could never debate me when I was talking about those things, and you can go back and look. I've had many videos where I've said, fuck it, let's talk about them. And in every single one of those videos, you got nothing to say. You could go back and actually rewatch those videos and debunk them after the fact. You could be looking stuff up. You could look up the things I say. Like, you could do a really thorough job of debunking me, and you don't. You think saying, you're wrong about this, is your version of debunking because of your arrogance. Belch. That friar arrogance. They think facts are when they say it, because they say something that makes it a fact. They're telling us Goyim how to think, and we should make a Discord and have people argue with you on it. Right. Again, which one of you has actually earned that position? Pretty much seems like all you're going to do is scream and cry like you always do. Excuse me, can I say something? Blah, blah, blah. Like, I've seen how Shmuley debates, and it's a joke. I'm not going to sit here and try to fight over your dumb fucking shrill voices. And I got to sit here and try to have an intelligent conversation. I don't know what's preventing you from debating me now, but you're failing miserably. I generally address the things that are being said. You make a point and I address it. How come you don't address any of the points I'm making? It's almost like they don't want you to sharpen your sword. I guess it's a coincidence every single time. Yeah. No, it's not that they don't. Literally, this is their best, Mary. This is the best they have to offer. Whether it's these dickheads or Dershowitz or or fucking, Shapiro-Stein or any of these guys, seeing how they argue. It's even Andrew Wilson obviously came from the Friar School. It's all fucking stupid. Get out of Steve Yard and invite people that want to debate, blah, blah, blah. Why do I have to change what I'm doing? I don't understand, again, what is preventing you from saying something? You just gave some long-ass diatribe about, I should do it on a different platform. I should go put more energy into a different platform. It's not like I already do enough. I should do more, because you could do something if you were on a different platform. It's just YouTube just prevents you from actually having any sort of debating abilities. But realistically, you would just interrupt the whole time because you are childish and lost. You don't even know yourself. See just what I mean? Instead of actually making a point, you're basically interrupting and just saying childish bullshit, right? You're just making up goofy shit because, again, what is stopping you from addressing the points being made? You have said repeatedly, you'll talk about metzitzia, but only if I come to your synagogue. Why won't you just talk about it now? Yeah, Mary's my wife and all. Yeah, that's how it is. Their best really sucks. Of course it does. Everything they do fucking sucks. He literally is anti-schmooly. Abso-fucking-lutely. I hope that fucker dies. I hope that piece of shit dies. He's a fucking monster. You know, the wake of children, the wake of children or the children in his wake, I just can't even imagine. Those poor children. That being the last face, the last touch they ever had before they were, executed. Oh yeah, I'm a big Candace Owens fan. That's why I said so much about Candace Owens, right? I'm such a big fan, I bring her up all the time, right? That was weird. Always got to check for poison. My wife's trying to kill me, you know? You see this? You friars, pay attention. It's called chewing with your mouth closed. You absolutely need to start doing that shit. I can't tell you how many times I've seen a fryer eating and oh, it's so gross. Here come the excuses. Here come the excuses for why you can't do it. Why did you yell at your kid earlier and say you would? Because I beat him all the time. All the time. Every 2 weeks after a Torah lesson. Right? Again, they just have to make up dumb nonsense. Hey guys, how often would you guys say I hate you?
Oh, every 3 days. No, every 2 days.
Every 2 days? It sounds like I have some room for improvement, wouldn't you say? Hang on, I gotta pee. So, why don't we do this? Whilst I'm going pee-pee. Hi, little guy. Hi there, little guy. Oh, that's my little boy. That's a little boy. Oh my goodness, what you doing? Oh. Mental illness isn't funny, yet
If you've ever spoken out against supremacism, you know that's their only argument. Right, Shmuley? Act.il has been exposed for opposing what we say. They scream and yell when eyes one's closed, show how consistently they play a victim when the ray of light shines upon their ruse. Calling spades a spade, we may just want to use the way that they abuse as clues to their intent. They're paid to confuse, but they're too stupid to defend. The excuses they pretend aren't offensive at their core, and yet they're most elusive when you mention it's genocide, not war. Take your meds, 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 take your. You should take your meds. You must be schizophrenic. That's only one side of the story instead of what we represented. The story they've invented with their sick, twisted, demented cult that is at fault for the appalling trick presented as the calling which prevented the First Amendment's main attraction, involving speech that gets defended by the pen with which a fraction of the population happens to imagine what prevails. Then they put us in the traction when their machination fails. Every time we call you out and you don't like what's being said, it's schizo-babble, schizo-babble. Although I'm anti-Semitism loud, it keeps your delusions fed with schizo-babble, schizo-babble. If we say we're going on proud and we refuse to take our meds, it's schizo-babble, schizo-babble. And when the truth is all around, but you need to hide instead, it's schizo-babble, schizo-babble. They turn trolling into video game. We're seemingly surprises. And what we're told to call insane should be blamed for all the lies. Fame that compromises even the wisest of the sheep. They frame the same surprises that divide us and repeat. Denial that completes the discrete distraction circle. The trolls are vile and they cheat. Beating them means they are Kirk will beat them unmerciful.
Beat them unmerciful.
Until the word kills every justifier. That's the best part.
Every time we call you out and you don't like what's being said, it's so babble. It's so
Rap phone is live.
I'm anti-Semitism loud. It keeps your delusions fed with schizo-babble. Schizo-babble. If we say we're going on proud and we refuse to take our meds, it's schizo-babble. Schizo-babble. And when the truth is all around, but you need to hide instead, it's schizo-babble. Schizo-babble. Take your meds,
Need the headphones. This one's a lot better with headphones.
take your meds, 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 take your meds.
Oy vey. Take your meds.
Guy won't stop. Guy won't stop. Guy Williams sucks. That needs to be the title of the video knuckling up to knock me off my Eiffel Tower, where I bust off shots from my verbal rifle, knowing no one's going to touch me. A believable denial. Since if I'm who is corrupt, then you're clearly not Gentile. All you do is self-destruct. You're disgusting pedophiles. The reduction of the cucks who are mafustigating lives will bring enough of an eruption, the combustion scene for miles. If you want some credibility, make me into a celebrity. Show your face that everyone can see. Tell the people why you're sick of me. you're inbred stupid, you clown. Show your head's translucent with how you lose instead of prove it's all just as you call conspiracy. A powerful video set to music where the crowd's allowed to be ruthless. If your sound's profoundly fruitless, then they'll hang you from your tree. Since this works on insecurities, they'll murder you, then purposely serve the hurt to certainly permanently kill your impact. The scourge that surges surgically, words they're purged so perfectly, it curses your nerves with diversity. Their mercy is built to attack.
Man, you wish you could do anything as good as I
You
can.
want some credibility?
Anything.
Make me into a celebrity.
You do nothing as good as me.
Show your face so everyone can see. Tell everyone why you're obsessed with me. Guy won't stop. I've been begging you for years. Stop pegging each other and spear me with everything you clearly fear about me, and make the video where you're setting the stage to steer those regretting the way we revere. Netting that always seems to appear to keep us focused on the ditty, so we only show them pity, though we know they don't deserve it. Ensuring we're way too busy to go below the chosen surface to expose the no-win circuits that certainly show your instability. Your nose is so open it perfectly serves to show why you lack credibility. Guy won't stop. Guy won't TBG won't stop giving credit where credit is due. Thank you, Flux Pavilion. TBG. TBG.
So good. So fucking good. I reported you just desperate. You try to do anything you can. Too bad I'm not doing drugs, dumbass. Nothing I do is illegal. You're just a clown. Trying your best.
We'll stop making songs like this when it's no longer necessary. Besides, if you want to hear something that says nothing, just put on literally anything that's allowed to be on the radio. You're as dumb as Magilla Gorilla in both concept and execution. If you're thinking so vanilla, you don't reject the Trump confusion, infecting the illusion you choose to call your own. Deflecting
Where would you guys be if I was there right now? Fucking with kids. That's why I look alive. If I can stop them from fucking with kids for a couple of hours or trolling for kids or anything, if I keep them busy for a couple of hours, I'm at least doing something.
Become running through the shit we're fed until the son of a bitch is dead. Who instead of making progress?
I love when people who don't do anything, who don't create anything, who can't do anything but cry, talk about what somebody else does. When you're too afraid to even make a simple video, giving yourself some credibility, says all we need to know.
Innocence is removing our deliverance. When princes sit in power, we improve when we're forgiven. Permissions to. Aren't the cartoons on TV supposed to entertain us? The buffoon we clearly see seems like such an ignoramus. Like balloons being used to achieve terror is a story that's made famous. It's all controlled by thieves, therefore removing them is painless.
I make art and music. I bet you do. I bet you do. You're so creative that you fucking try to vampire my creativity. If you were creative, you'd be doing it right now. You spend hours trying to suck my dick as much as you can, knowing you're not allowed to, but trying to. But you're super creative in real life, I promise. I promise.
Passes when you test it. The expression when they laugh is like septic
I know what you guys create is Rabbi Guy Williams videos. That's the best you can do is get AI to do it for you. And if you did create something, why would you be so ashamed of it that you're not, you're not bragging about it? You're not showing it off, encouraging us to go, let us see your art and your music. Tell us what we should look up, and we'll look up this great music that this piece of shit Fryer creates. Oh, wait, you know what, too? I do it. You do what? I do it, you say. All you gotta do is make the Guy Williams Suggs video. Show us who you are. You guys want to see what the Guy Williams Suggs video looks like? The one that exists? It's actually pretty funny. Guy Williams Suggs. So we go to this other page that's made just for me, called The Jew Crew. 23 subscribers. Oh no, the rabbi needs to step up his game. This one has 10 more subscribers than the Jew Crew does. But this is their claim to fame right here, right? This is so fucking amazing. So instead of making a video where they're talking, what's up, Karen? Where they're talking to the camera just like I am and just making the easy video, right? Instead, they make this video that is a bunch of clips of little 5-second, 1-second, 2-second things that I've said over the years. Mind you, there are multiple fucking platforms. You can see the Instagram platform. You can see some of it's Facebook, some of it's YouTube. And to think about the effort that went into this, they would have had to have all these things already time-stamped. I said something you're feeling, so they time-stamped it and saved it. And they ended up putting it all together in a compilation where in between those things is a bunch of Israeli propaganda, pro-Jewish Israeli propaganda. The video they made would have taken hours. Instead of making a quick 10-minute video, this is what they decided to make instead. So let's actually let you guys see it for what it is.
All you have to do is make a video called Guy Williams Suggs. You're gonna make one tonight. Let's see it. I can't wait. I bet this is another one of these empty promises. And I'll show it on the live feed.
That's me, I guess. So now you're a big gay retard.
If you're a pedo, do one good thing in your life. Make the world a better place and kill yourself.
Guy Williams after taking his own advice. Williams. I guess now we have some Jews dancing. They're so happy that Mission Impossible. Okay, so this is how desperate they are. Seriously. This says Bay City, Michigan, which is like 2 hours from here. A Bay City man is facing up to life in prison for his alleged habit of publicly exposing his privates. The first of 2 incidents allegedly involving Christopher A. or Guy Williams. So my name's not Christopher, and I just pretend to be called Guy. That's a terrible idea. I'm definitely not 31. Occurred about 4:45 on March 28th. Police reported to the 7-Eleven, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so this is how desperate they are. They found some other article with a guy with a sort of similar name, and they ran with it. Gets better. Oh, no, that's me. Look, that's me, because I'm like, what? They paused the video. Do you know how many times they had to pause that video and try over and over again to try to get that exact face? And then they said, we got him, nigga. And they're dancing. This is the best part. I just said, why do chicks fake orgasms? Look, they don't even understand. These are the people that go around and go into Palestinian homes and then pose with the lingerie on them because they just don't understand the concept of women enjoying themselves in sex. They actually practice female genital mutilation. It's just not talked about. And they do that as a way to make themselves feel better because they have the micro penises and they can say, you know, well, I would have gotten it, but none of her stuff works anyway, so it doesn't matter that I have a micro penis. But watch this part. It just said, why would he say this? And I said, I can't even imagine doing it. I can't imagine faking an orgasm.
White guys are super insecure about this.
So then it says, here's why. We'll go back.
Think that chicks fake orgasm.
Why would he say this?
White guys are super insecure.
Here's why, little Pee-Pee Williams. Here's why, little Pee-Pee Williams. You're explaining to me why chicks fake their orgasms. You're saying it's because you have little penises and you need to feel better about yourself. Like, it's so fucking crazy. Now this.
Does it make me better? It's different. It's so strange. But it used paragliders to cross.
This is what he supports.
Here, right next to a barrage of rocket.
Yep, here we go. The flying go-karts. Here's the training video that Hamas released when people started to doubt Israel's narrative that they were using flying go-karts. So Hamas, who happened to film a training video, decided to put it on Hamas.com or whatever it is. This is what he supports. Look, flying go-karts. Look, they're flying in formation. Look that's October 7th. That's what they did. Now this is some bullshit. I don't even know what this is. Apparently, making fun of Ian Bernardo, the guy from who was somehow this clearly talentless piece of shit friar, little bitty troll. You guys would remember him from So You Think You Can Dance and from American Idol. Hi, I'm Ian Bernardo. Like, he's an IDF Israeli trust fund baby who was like, I want to go on this, and was able to not just get on both shows, but was one of the first people. He didn't even have to wait in line. He was just allowed to get on and get out. And then it's just insane. So let's keep going. Sorry. This is where I kick my cat, apparently. Here we go. I just booted him. Boom! Kick the cat. So desperate. Think about this. Again, remember, at some point, because I couldn't even make this video, right? I have no idea at what point I said these couple words here or these couple words there. Apparently, these guys are watching me so tight, so closely, that they have all of these little pieces that they're like, look, we could say he kicked his cat right there. Oh, look, he said this. Oh, look, all the times I hurt their feelings. Me talking about them and their micro penises really must have hurt their fucking feelings.
Let's get on the sword.
I don't know what that was.
Yes.
That was YouTube, or that was Instagram, by the way.
Let's get on the sword.
Caught that nigga lacking. Now we show a car accident that kills a bunch of kids, and they say strike. Now that's me, apparently. Now, Israeli propaganda, because that's what non-Israelis would use and have just ready on their computer. Now we're going to use copyright music.
She is in 6th grade. She's a little overweight, and so she has weird 6th grader boobs on this little bitty body.
Oh, We stopped that one. Now that's Guy's crib when Mossad catches me, and they should. Now it says, you're a pedophile. Not, got your "you're" wrong. You're a pedophile, Guy. Respond to this video and I will confront you face to face. Prepare for war, Guy, you fuck. Take out your "you are wiener," you coward. They want me to take out my dick. They want to see my dick. And then for the next 2 minutes, it's that copywritten Alice in Chains song, and there's nothing. It's a black screen. How many of you could do that? How many of you could do that for anyone else? Is there anyone else out there that you have a whole bunch of timestamp clips from their videos over the years, going way back? You know, some of those videos are 4 or 5 years old. The fact that some of them were on Instagram when I very, very rarely used Instagram, like, it just shows you they're just, I'm their favorite. I mean, that's the fucking craziest goddamn video. That it shows just how incredibly obsessed they are with me. Like I say, I couldn't do that for anybody. Could you? Could any of you make that same video for anybody else where you just happen to have all these timestamps? How easy it is to make those kinds of videos? No, I don't. Please explain to me how easy it is to make a video with a bunch of timestamp clips from multiple videos from a guy over the years. Oh, you're working on one, I bet. Why don't you just make the Guy Williams Sucks video? That would be so much easier. Does she need to go out? Are you sure? Because this is about when she pooped the other day. Why don't you let her out real quick? Okay. No. It's called a cut up and screen recording, going through the page and yeah. So again, you would have to have all of those videos saved and ready for you to have multiple clips from over the years. It doesn't just work that way, but please explain it to us. Make it work. Going through your page in like 45 minutes. Even if you spent 45 minutes on the video, that's a good 30 minutes, 35 minutes longer than you'd need to. I know you're embarrassed by your looks. I know we'll just rip you apart if you actually show your face, but you should be proud of it anyway. Your mother was. If you're watching, like, share, sub, help out. You know, let it marinate. Look at all of these different Jews that are here. Why are there so many Jewish people here, and why are they so upset with me? Oh, they're so upset. It takes all of these idiots saying shit, and they still lose. It's not like any of them is saying anything, and it's like, oh, they got you now. All of them are here, and they can't come up with anything better than this. I could do a 45-minute document right now, but I refuse to give you the publicity. Oh, yes. Yes. The page that had joined a year ago and has no subscribers is worried about giving me publicity. Oh, my goodness. Yes. That's what would happen. If you made a quick video and then I showed it, and let's say you took 10 minutes to make the video, you uploaded it, and then it was another 10 minutes of us watching it, within that 20, 30 minutes, that shit would go viral because you're just so popular and cool. Look at all these fucking excuses. But instead of doing that, you want to pay for me to come to see you at your synagogue. How about I just pay for you to take a trip? That would be better, wouldn't it? You know, if this is if this is AI, if this is like Team Jorge shit, They really need to step up, man. These computers are fucking dumb. They come across as dumb inbred fucking friars. Maybe that's the point. I don't know, but oh great, this dumbass is here now. He needs to smoke the bong. Yep, the bong. You don't sound like a man of God, more like a dumb kid. Well, you have to understand that they're all taken out of school at like 12 years old, 11, 10, 11 years old. So they can go into yeshiva. So they never have those formative years of being, teased and made fun of and picked on and let that personality formulate. They're just all surrounded by a bunch of mommy's little special guys. And they're all just these gross little trolls. What? Make the not work. Want to see how quick I could get 50,000 subs to view you? Agree to a debate instead of just smoking drugs and just complaining. Again, what is stopping you from debating there, clown? Do you understand? Every time you say that, you make yourself look dumber. Nothing is preventing you from debating. You can pick any topic you want and start debating anytime you want to. But we know you can't get 50,000 shit. You're nothing. You're nothing. You can't do shit. You have zero credibility. You won't even show your face. You fucking coward. Nobody believes you have any sort of special powers or abilities to, bring people here and blah, blah. It won't happen. You would never do that. You would never want 50,000 people to see you get your shit kicked in over and over again. Hey, if it's fun for you to get, outed as pedophiles and be the example of what I'm talking about, fucking A, man. Oh, please stop. You're hurting me so much. And if you think I'm AI, you are literally cooked. You don't know what literally means, apparently. No, everybody shut up, fake ass, dumbass, shut up. I know you're a decent, dude, but just shut up. Who cares? Let him talk. Don't you, again, doesn't it ever occur to people that all I have to do is block these pieces of shit and they wouldn't be here anymore? There's a reason why I allow them to be here. There's a reason why their God allows them to worship me. Right? Nothing they say is any sort of threat or that I'm not even worried that they're going to say something that I can't respond to or so fucking I allow them to be here because it works. You won't debate me, idiot. Yep, I won't debate you. I'm somehow stopping you from debating me. It's amazing how much power you give me. I'm scared. Let's go voice to voice or face to face. Why? You haven't earned that yet. Why would I ever want to talk to you? I already give you enough of me. I don't want to spend any more time on you, especially when you're this pathetic. You can't even fucking answer for anything. All you do is cry and cry. Cry and cry. You're pathetic, dude. The epitome of a keyboard warrior. Yeah. I'm the keyboard warrior here. You just don't know what words mean, do you? This is where I think you might be actually Team Jorge. You might be a bot. Because bots are pretty dumb at the end of the day. I haven't been engaging you. I'm not reading your comments and then smashing you. Doesn't want to talk to me and debate me. He knows it just spread lies. Again, how stupid can you be? I'm so glad you're this dumb, but the fact that you keep pretending like I'm preventing you from debating me somehow, the only way I could prevent you from debating me is if I blocked you. But since that's not happening, I'm not really sure what you're talking about. Go figure, the friar crying and not saying shit. Maybe if you actually have conversations with people, you get some actual popularity instead of sitting here pretending to be censored. Yep. I am pretending. Lots and lots of feeds have 10 viewers and 13 likes with 2,700 subscribers and multiple Jewish people in their fucking feed. 0.183% of the population is like, at least 50% of the viewers here. How do you suddenly become 50% here? He's not going to block you, but can you explain metzitzia or Mishnah Nada? It's weird how they're going to ignore those comments there, Mary. This is, LOL, with this interaction, if you think I'm a bot, you are literally brain dead. Yet you don't literally know what literally means. But it's not surprising. You're inbred stupid. Inbred stupidity is pretty pretty predictable. Seems you are being cooked just watching it. It does seem that way, doesn't it? Oh, now we're bringing up Wasspray. Here we go. Invite me to stream you. No, it's not scared. I don't want to talk to you. You're beneath me. You're pathetic. You're inferior. You can't even, when you have all of the advantages by being in the comment section, you can't make a single point. Why would I ever want to have to deal with your nasally crybaby bullshit? You're not intelligent enough to have a debate with me. I love when people pretend like the only way they could do it is face to face, voice to voice, whatever. Like, it's just so fucking silly. You absolutely have all of the advantage. All you have to do is pick any one thing I've said. You don't have to debate it all. Just pick one thing and debunk it. What's stopping anybody from doing that? It's funny how the normal people can see what's being said, but the crybaby bot just keeps fucking resetting. No, I swear, I'm not a bot. You're scared to talk to me. You're scared. You're scared of me. Let's debate. Blah blah blah. You picked it up in jail. Yep. Stealing. Yep. I picked it up in jail. Because nobody give a fuck about you. Nobody gives a fuck about me. God, you've been here for 2 hours this time. You're here every day. You're begging me to talk to you outside of this. Please, I know you've already put in time here, but will you talk to me on a different platform? Could you please talk to me? I don't give a fuck about you. I really want to talk to you, please. Please, can you talk to me? It's amazing. Red wants to freestyle, guy. You should invite us. Yeah, I should invite this guy to the thing so he can cry. You ever notice how nobody really does that? He wouldn't show up anyway. Understand that he's just saying this because he knows it's not going to happen. Right? He knows he knows I'm not going to fucking do it. This has been a pretty standard practice on this feed for a long time. I'm not have a little something here so they keep going. If they were smart, they would use whatever these debate skills they think they have to debunk something and make themselves seem interesting. So then I go, oh shit, you actually have some talent here. Oh shit, you can actually debate something. I want to talk to you. I want to hear more of what you have to say. But they don't do that. Every single day, yep. It's every day. They're like they have notifications set. Special notifications that actually work because people like Mary, well, she doesn't get that notification till 2 hours later or some shit. They're here within 45 seconds of me going live. But my people, my real people who also get booted multiple times throughout, yeah, they don't get the notification. The ad hominem on these feeds is just so crazy. At the end of the day, they should be focused on Mishnah Nadal 5:4, Metzitzia B'Peh, and soul correction. These are the main points here. These are the big fucking things. These are the things that make them look like the piece of shits they are. These are the things that justify everything I'm saying. Right? And yet, these are the things they avoid like the plague. Instead, they just fucking make up other dumb shit, goofy shit. They're little micro penises. Why don't they deny having the micro penis? Weird, man. Yep. See? Yep, because I won't talk to him. I just want to talk to you. Please. I've offered tickets. I want to fly you places. I want to wine and dine you and buy you nice things. Please, just talk to me because you don't matter. Nobody gives a fuck about you. But I want to fly you, blah, 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 blah. Won't make a simple fucking video and won't say anything here. We got to jump through some hoops to be able to get some information. Instead of this live feed that goes off to whoever can see it, and anybody that's here is going, well, why doesn't the rabbi just answer? I mean, it is kind of weird. Instead, what? All the people are supposed to come find a different feed after the fact. So you're going to spend all this time proving me right so then you can debate me in a different platform. It's not like I do this in other capacities. It's not like you have me on StreamYard debating with this person or that person. No, I should do this special thing because this coward can't fucking say anything on here. It's amazing. Mary got the boot again. Wasp spray, spice, yep. Anything they can come up with. Another one. If you just come to the synagogue, things that they know won't happen, so then they can say, ha, look, it's not happening. He's scared. I knew he wouldn't, so I said it. And then I say it over and over again. I mean, it's just so pathetic and it's so transparent. And I appreciate the fuck out of it. You could use philosophy to prove there is a God, says this dumbass. This dumbass isn't even worth fucking talking about. He never condemns the genocide his people are committing. Who doesn't? Now I need professional help. Yep, here we go again, the reset. So when the bot runs out of shit to say, it resets. It starts saying things it's already said, or it starts, pulling on the old programs. You need mental health. Beep, boop, pop. You need to take your meds. Take them. Take your meds. Take them. Take your meds. But they're always here before you, Mary. Absolutely. Before, after, and when you're not even here. Now we've been knocked down to 2. 2 viewers and 13 likes because you've seen this before. Anybody who's here, who stumbles across this, or who happens to check somebody's share if they share, you've seen something before where it says 2 people are watching, 13 likes, and you can see that there are multiple people talking. Way more. Now I have zero viewers. Is Karen roasting you guys? My literary reference. Go ahead. Stay off the wasp spray and mixing meds. Ooh, Karen, she's got you there. Like I say, if it was some sort of negative, I'd just block it. If I was this coward and I couldn't handle the objections and they were roasting me, I'd just block them. Instead, I want you guys to see this shit. I'm so happy that they're dumb enough to play this role time and time again. They don't even know which rabbi they're talking to, which fake rabbi. Remember, you're fake. You're not real. See, this is where I kind of do, like, the programming sticks in my craw a little bit, right? Like, the programming has told me that rabbis are super intelligent. Krusty the Clown's dad is a super intelligent rabbi. They speak in parables. They let you know, like, well, if the blah 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 is the blah blah blah, if the penis isn't any bigger than the hair, is the penis any more than a hair? Shit like that. They speak with the Arizona accent, like Bobby said. We're literally commenting. Israel running American welfare, time running out. If you blocked everyone mocking you, you'd have no audience. No, I'd have audience because you just make another fake page. Duh. Because that's what you do, right? When somebody blocks you, you just make a fake page so you can watch them. You don't just watch other people and move on. You make a fake page, and then you make another fake page, and another fake page, and another fake page. Because everybody has the ability to do that, right? It's not like YouTube tracks your IP address. So if you created a new one, you would have to have a new IP address. And I'm sure you can do that with the system somehow. But that's like some advanced sort of effort there that I can't do. So, good thing you can, huh? Mm, 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 mm. Why are they so mad? Because they've been abused their whole fucking lives. That's actually a legitimate question. Why would the group of people that has the Semitism, has the policy and predisposition favorable to them, that has the control over the money, the power, Hollywood, government, history, all that shit. You have all of the advantage in the world. Money fucking for free. You don't even have to work, nothing. You live this great life. What makes you want to throw a puppy or a kitten into a bonfire? What makes you want to hurt people so badly, but because you're a fucking little puss coward, you can't do it yourself, so you do fucked up shit? I mean, it's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. Why would they ever be so awful? Answer that question. When it's a super rich kid and you're like, why is that kid such a motherfucker? He has all the money, he has a new car, all the nice clothes, he's good looking, he's got the girls, he's got everything popular. Why is he such an asshole? Well, come to find out his dad was a motherfucker, beat him all the time, did this, did that. There's way more to the narrative than what you see. Oh, look, one viewer. I have one viewer right now. Clearly, I have one viewer. Psychopath. Exactly. Answer the question. It's an awful answer, but it goes back to bottom of darkness, soul correction. If every 2 weeks after a Torah lesson, as a child, you're standing in a circle naked, and in a bigger circle around you, the adults are all standing naked, reading psalms and singing songs and passages and going through the rituals, only to then commence to, graping. How many, like, that happens every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks that's happening. These children are just being destroyed. And the ones that can't just pretend like everything's normal, they struggle. They have a lot of mental issues, a lot of mental problems, relationship problems, and it's not just the girls that it happens to. It happens to the boys too. Mary got booted again. Rabbi with the Romans did it bullshit again. Exactly. I debate, but anybody, but don't think you're special. Again, look at all the dumb shit this fuckboy says instead of just answering the questions. All right. Oh, Mary, I don't even bother with John. John's a fucking jag-off. That dude's as dumb as it gets. He'll reset in a minute and post his crosses and mute Mary. Who's muting Mary? Would you like to visit a local synagogue and learn? Why would you have to go somewhere to learn? Again, if the rabbi is here, why can't the rabbi just teach in the environment? Does the rabbi get their powers from the synagogue or some shit? I never say, oh, well, sorry guys, I can't talk about this stuff unless I'm at my house or in my room, or I can't talk about these things. I can't answer shit. I don't get the power from the place. So stupid, man. It's amazing that you're so stupid you don't realize what you're saying. If you open up the books on Israel, you demonize Israel. You can't do that. Like, how do you demonize the good guy? The only reason that you can be demonized is because if they look at your shit, it's horrible. And you don't want people looking at the horrible shit you've done. But they say it, though. If you open up the books, you demonize Israel. They actually think that shit makes sense. They say it. You invent made-up things. Am I? Which part am I inventing now? Add me to a live call. You won't date anyone. You are a complete narcissist. Yep, that's what it is. You're insisting that I talk to you, and I'm the narcissist. Huh. I think you've got that wrong again. Seeing as you can't spell my name, even when you see it on a screen. Because we will make you learn. You can't learn here. Why? What's wrong with your teaching abilities? Aren't you a rabbi? Isn't the rabbi the teacher? Isn't that literally the translation? Rabbi is the teacher. What's preventing you from teaching? Invite me and let's talk on YouTube. No. Nobody is clamoring for your nasally, disgusting little voice. And you haven't earned it. You're pathetic. I can't believe you're begging me so much. I wish your fucking piece of shit parents could see you begging the Goyim to talk to you. Please, Goyim, please talk to me. I want to talk directly to you, Goyim. I'm not smart enough to say it in the comments, even though I've said every fucking thing under the sun. I'm leaving big 2-3 sentence comments and shit. Well, run-on sentences. But But I can't talk to you. I can't make any reasonable decent points in the chat. I can only do it when you talk. Please, Goyim. Please, Goyim, talk to me. Please. Yep, I'm super dumb. Right on, Matt. Never have to apologize, like I say every time. Oh, now we reset. Now we're back to claiming it's racism. And then we reset again. He's so scared. He's racist. He's so scared. He's a racist. What's going on here? Beep, 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 beep. The bot is overriding itself. Yep. Absolutely disgusting. A blight to society. Beep, boop, bop, bop. Look at the bot falling apart. This reminds me of grok, or ara, which means to gather, or to collect, or to pluck, like fruit. I'm Ara. That's what I call myself. Coincidentally, it means this in Hebrew. What a surprise. You got fuck all to teach me, Ishmael. Call me Ishmael. Oh, please talk to me. Please talk to me. Again, notice how the guy keeps begging for something that he knows won't happen. Instead of answering the questions, instead of saying anything that matters, instead of doing what he says he's going to do in person, he keeps sticking with something that he knows isn't going to happen so he can keep arguing it. It's so fucking pathetic. Right? It's so juvenile and juvenile. It's so pathetic that this is their very best. Yep, the only one. Malfunction. Medication time, indeed. Indeed. Look, he's only talking to me. Look at how he's trying to make himself sound, or it's trying to make itself sound like it's. No, it's got some legitimacy. He's talking to me now. He's only. Come on, please. Call me, please. Please. You're racist. You're racist. You're scared. You're scared. Racist. You're scared. Ara, I couldn't believe it when I looked it up. ARAH, actually. Not surprising anymore, though. Yes. This guy needs a brain chip. He needs meds. Take your meds. Take your meds. At this point, you've proved my point. Have a good night. Oh, now he's running. Oh, the bot's... Didn't I just say the bot was breaking down? Now the bot has other things to do. It's got hair to brush. I'm gonna brush my hair. I'm going to bed now. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to bed. So it's either he's going to bed at 9 o'clock, or it's like, what, like 6 in the morning or 4 in the morning in Tel Aviv. Why would he be going to bed at 9 o'clock? They said, you, me, and Karen need to take our meds. Of course we do. Oh, is Onion gonna show up all of a sudden too? So the one's gonna leave and the other one's gonna come in? That's funny. Funny thing is, you talk about the same subjects every single day, week, every month, every month, and anyone seems like a bot, it's you. Yep, I'm a bot. Because I talk about the same things all the time. I'm not a bot, you're a bot. I'm going to bed. Thought you were going to bed, bitch. I think you're too obsessed with me to go to bed. You can't let it go. You just want more. More and more. That was like a default mechanism. But then when you got called out, you were like, oh, fuck. You guys won't acknowledge anything. Of course they won't. That's the Trump philosophy. Where do you think Trump learned it? Deny, deny, deny. Even if you're dead to rights, deny it. Just continue denying it. Yep, now I'm super worked up. Look at this. Yep. Now I have bot behavior. Yep. It's my weed dealer. Yeah, look at all this shit. Mm-mm. Dude, shut up. Shut up. 2 a.m. here. Going to bed now. Bye-bye, Miss Beth Ribbit. No, I just wanted to hear you try to clap back. Yep. Freak out. Yes, I'm freaking out. Yep. This is all got slob comedy for me. This is all got slob comedy for me. The bot is falling apart, you guys. It can't even put the words together right anymore. This is all got slob comedy for me. Fucking amazing, man. It's amazing. LOL. Hi. This is funny. I am laughing at this. Told you the bitch wouldn't leave. Yep. Smoke some more spice. Back to the spice now. See, it just circles around and around. They don't have anything. They're programmed with like 10, 15 responses maybe. They just fall apart. This doesn't happen anywhere else. It's fucking incredible. Isn't it amazing? It's weird with that Talmud stuff in the Talmud. Why is sacred and holy? You made me laugh harder because I am a human and I laugh. Ha 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 ha. I got bored, but now I'm awake. Thank you. Now you're Y-O-U-R. Stuck with me, buddy. Yep. Y-O-U-R. Just letting it go. Now he's going to I'm going to show you. You were never going to go in the first place. You were just trying to compensate for getting exposed. I really shouldn't even be doing this. I'm trying to fuck the bot up. And I want to see what the bot will do. Because I've done it before. We've done it with Grok. Grok just fucking shuts down after a little bit. Oh, yep, Onion's here now. There's another one here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I see at least 6 Jews on here now. And it says I have 4 viewers. 6 Jews would be 3,000 fucking people. I would have to have 3,000 people watching me for 6 of them to be Jewish, according to population numbers. Fucking crazy, man. Yep, absolutely delusional. That's why you're here. You're Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. That's why you're here. It's you are. Come on, bot. Update the programs. It never makes sense. It makes sense. It makes all the sense. It just doesn't make sense the way we're supposed to see things. The way everyone else's shit works. But it makes sense. I'm right. That's why it makes sense. All those other people aren't right. Oh, shit. This is fascinating, man. It really is fascinating, and I appreciate it so much that you guys are this dumb. You just fucking walk into it. It's awesome. You friars sure run away when it asked to respond to the Talmud. Of course they do. Absolutely right. It makes sense because Mary, you just got caught. You know what I mean? And English is my second language. Isn't mine? Yeah, I'm messed up. Bot is totally fucking up. Because the bot wasn't fucking up like this earlier. The bot was able to speak pretty normally. But now it's, if you know what I mean, comma, and English is my second language, isn't mine, ... Yeah, I'm a mess up. Isn't that interesting how that works? The Talmud is a collection of rabbinic debates. That's it. Blah, 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 blah. Same thing that's said over and over again, word for word. Notice how he said, anyone that doesn't say what I'm saying isn't right. Prime schizo behavior. Yeah, I said everyone who isn't saying what I'm saying isn't right. That's what I said. Yep, it's all the wasp spray. Yep. Misspelt rabbi. Hand over all of your wasp spray. Maybe your spelling will get better if you put it down. Dude is literally gone. Still doesn't know what literally means. And oh, now we're back to invite me to a call. Same fucking misspelling. INV. INV me to a call, idiot. You act like I don't want to talk to you face to face. No, you know you won't get to. You're not, this isn't my first rodeo. You're not the first fucking dumbass that's been here saying these same things. You guys all already know, since you all talk to each other, you know that I'm not going to entertain it. So this is your cop-out. Just, it's like the whole female genital mutilation, right? You know? You can go, well, of course she didn't get off. It's because she can't. Because, it has nothing to do with my micro penis. It's because of she can't get off. She doesn't have the ability to. See, it's like that's what you do. You hide behind these tactics. I would answer you, and I totally could debunk everything you have to say, but that would only be on a different platform or in I'm gonna say, I mean, how many words do you think this dumbass has typed on here so far? 1,000? I'm gonna say 1,000 different words on this feed alone, but not one of them is actually gonna address anything, because I can only do that in a different situation. I know you won't do. It's so fucking it's so predictable. More deflection. Yep, I'm deflecting. Why don't we have a video of a debate then? Talmud is a sacred and holy book. Which is it? Yeah, it's either a collection of debates or it's a sacred and holy book. Which one is it? Must be a blemished bot. I speak Hebrew. You can't even speak any other languages. Who's the dumb one? The one that supports pedophilia. You. He literally actually doesn't know. Typical American logic. Again, remember, in the beginning, this guy wasn't having any trouble with his English, with his ability to speak. Suddenly, the bot starts fucking up, and it snowballs. You know how they like those snowballs. Everyone speaks multiple languages, but Americans smarter. Not Americans are smarter. Americans smarter. Stupid bots, man. Us Jews always find each other. You wouldn't know. Yeah, no, I would. Especially when you're sent from the same platform. With your fake fucking profiles. That's nice, man. At least you can freaking spell his name. That's a good start. I see romance in your future. He's the best, and the chats are insane. Rabbi Guy Williams. It was a pleasure. Oh, look at them. Now they're blowing each other. Right? Because they can't get it anywhere else, so now they have to stroke each other's shit. No, you did good. Don't worry. I know you feel bad, and I know he made you look stupid, but no, you did good. Yeah, you did good too. You did. I'll see you later, okay? I wouldn't want to find... Yeah, no shit. This is where you insert some joke. Well, just change out there as soon as it hits the ground. Something dumb like that. Mary got the double boot. Talk to me. Please, Goyim. Please, Goyim, talk to me. It'll make my night. Please, I just want to talk to him. Please, Goyim, talk. As the night go on, it hard to code switch, you know, if you spoke more than English. I'm sorry for your situation, says the fucking pedo. You probably couldn't even spell your own name. Oh, here we go. Resetting. Let's debate then. Yeah, because I'm stopping you. Yep, I'm scared. Here we go. We reset. The bot reset, guys. But the bot reset. The very next comment. Forget the probabilities. Speak facts. They can't. Code switch? You mean change language? Code switch. I Jesus Christ, was that not a fucking an out right there? I think they just outed themselves right there. Debate me. Wah, wah. Oh my god. This is so fucking entertaining. Debate him, coward. Yeah. Again, I'm so lost as to how I'm preventing anyone from debating me. This is AI. Yeah. One hell of an AI going on for 2 minutes and 53 seconds. You are just running and crying. Yep, now we reset again. Now I'm scared. Yep. I'm so scared I let you keep saying all this dumb shit and then respond to it. You have no facts and it's just speaking tropes. Mishnah Nada 5:4 doesn't say what I... Okay, so... I don't like being called a liar. Unlike you guys, I don't, you know, I think that's unacceptable to call somebody a liar like that. So, I'm speaking in tropes apparently. So, please tell me about this trope because I'm going to read it again and we'll see. So, this is Sefaria, well, for any sort of information. If you want information about them, go to sefaria.org. Here is the Hebrew text. It might look like Arabic because it's backward, but it's Hebrew. A girl who is 3 years and 1 day old, whose father arranged her betrothal, sold her, is betrothed through intercourse, as the halalchic status of the intercourse with her is that of intercourse in all halalchic senses. Ownership takes place. Oh, look, I have 0 viewers right now. 0 viewers and 14 likes. Totally makes sense, guys, doesn't it? And in the case where the childless husband of a girl 3 years and 1 day old dies, childless because she's 3, 4, 5, you know, she's a little girl. Her husband may be 40, 50, 60, but she's a little girl. In the case where the childless husband of a girl 3 years old dies, if his brother, the Yavam, engages in intercourse with her, he acquires her as his wife. And if she is married, a man other than her husband is liable for engaging in intercourse with her due to violation of prohibition against intercourse with a married woman. Nothing to do with children. All about property. If she belongs to somebody else, if somebody else you know puts his micro penis in her, you can't put your micro penis in her. And of course, if the brother, like, can you imagine your brother dies, so you start fucking his wife, even if you're adults. I'm saying adults. Can you imagine doing that? My brother dies, so I'm going to start banging his wife, and now she's going to be my wife? What the fuck kind of weirdo shit is that? But we're not done yet. If she is less than that age, younger than 3 years and 1 day, the status of the intercourse with her is not that of intercourse in all halachic senses. No ownership takes place. Rather, it is like placing a finger into the eye. Just as in that case, the eye constricts, sheds tears, and then returns to its original state. So too, in a girl younger than 3 years and 1 day old, the hymen returns to its original state. Now, this is just blood libel and slander. So, are you denying what the Talmud says? Are you getting blasphemous on us now? Seems like Rabbi Ishmael, the rabbi, is denying what the Talmud says. Why are you getting blasphemous all of a sudden now? Give it a year and people like him will be behind bars. I'll be behind bars for reading the Talmud. God, that seems weird. Seems like you're embarrassed by it. Oh, now it's a misrepresentation. What part's being misrepresented? Come on, Rabbi, explain it to us. You don't know anything about the Talmud. I know you're being blasphemous. These idiots believe every word of this dung. They do. That's your holy sacred book, yup. How is it a misrepresentation when it's verbatim? That's a great question. Here we go. Let's talk. Sickening, really. Let's talk. Suddenly you're going to stop answering. You're going to stop responding. The other goy are asking the same questions. Why are you avoiding this? Why are you being blasphemous, saying it's all made up blood libel, and then once you get pointed out that you're being blasphemous, then you say it's a misrepresentation. When asked how it's a misrepresentation, you have nothing to say. Why? You instantly start, let's talk. Weren't we just discussing it? I'm confused. Why do you want me to type while you can pick and choose what you read? Oh, so now it's my fault. Now you're making another excuse that's my fault for you not answering the question. I'm reading everything that's being said. Are you suggesting that I would not read it if you said it? God, that's a weird way to cop out. How is it a misrepresented? Please explain sincerely. We could talk voice to voice, but you avoid everything. Why are you so scared? Reset. Here comes the bot. Resetting. Bop, bop, bop. Now I'm scared again. You don't even know. Now I don't know myself. Yup. Won't answer why it's a misrepresentation. All of these Goyim on here making you look stupid. Multiple people asking you how it's a misrepresentation. It's what you just said. And watching you cowardly avoid it. Talk to him. Do not think that you can debate in person because you can't just ignore misinformation and ignorance. What the fuck are you talking about? So I'm reading these comments, right? Stop it. That hurts. I'm reading all these comments, but somehow I'm avoiding it. Yeah. Yep. You have now I have no faith. So I went from misrepresentation to now I have no faith. Which you are absolutely correct. I have no faith whatsoever, especially not in your disgusting bullshit. There shouldn't be anything to read that you're ashamed of. Yeah, it sounds like they're pretty ashamed, doesn't it? Sounds like they're pretty embarrassed. Instead of just saying, yeah, we believe that, so what? That's what we believe. We're better than you. We're allowed to, whatever. Even that would be better than avoidance. But instead, they just pretend like it's a misrepresentation. Rabbis teach then. Here's your chance. Exactly. Teach us, Rabbi. Talk about it. You've skipped every comment with the context I've made. Oh, yes. I've skipped comments now. It doesn't seem like a fair debate, as Guy keeps being selective with what he responds to. You should just have a debate on Discord. Which comments am I missing now? Now I pick and choose. Now I'm back to being scared again. I'm so scared. I put myself in the worst position. Again, I'm the one that's live. I'm the one that's shooting from the hip. If I say something wrong or somebody gets me, you guys will see it all over my face. You'll see me stumble. You know, I won't be able to handle it. It'll be God. All you have to do is make sure your shit's spelled right. You can take as much time as you need. You can write it all out. Apparently, you don't even need much time. You can speak almost as fast as, I don't know, AI. It's amazing watching Grok type everything out in real time. Just boom, just like that. Doesn't even take fucking, like it's not even close to the equivalent of somebody hitting the keys. It just brrr, brrr. I've been reading everything you say, and it's nothing of substance. So nobody else is seeing the comment. So it's either nobody else is seeing it, or everybody else also happens to be skipping the same comments I am, which are the ones where you're dismantling my argument. You're answering for what I'm saying, but we're all just skipping those comments. But am Amy the one who looks stupid coming from the spice head. AI fucking up, man. Scared of what exactly? Please, I need to know. Debate me. Let's talk. Debate me. Let's talk. Let's talk. Debate me. I know you won't do it, so I'm going to keep saying it. Still waiting for what the misrepresentation is. I know you think if you keep saying dumb shit, we'll move on and forget, but I still want to know what the misrepresentation is. Sounds like schizo babble to me. Things are going to change in this country, and people will be made responsible for the things that they say. Mark my words. Again, I'm sort of confused. We need to protect the Jewish children first and foremost. And that reading the Talmud, what am I going to be in trouble for? They memorize this shit in tunnels and then deny it publicly. Exactly. You want to talk, so talk. Oh no, they can't. Something is preventing them from making comments. I have no faith that anyone here can debate nor acknowledge and explain anything he has said. Let's do a debate. Let's do a debate. I don't just want meds now. I freaking need them. Someone's skinning up. Yes, we need the meds. Culture destroyers and stealers. They're thieves. He was brainwashed by white supremacy influencers. Yep, the white supremacy. It is funny because, growing up, I always thought like skinheads would be a much bigger problem than they are. And I always thought skinheads, like you saw it, skinheads were either, like the movie that always sticks out is Higher Learning. And with Ice Cube and Michael Rappaport, the worst fucking actor of all time. The ugliest, fucking goofiest looking. Oh my God, Rappaport's so gross. Can you imagine that little red micro penis just hiding in that sea of red and white hair? Ugh, so gross. But remember Remy? He played the skinhead who ended up shooting the black people at the end. And it ended with the skinheads going, white power, white power, white power. Remember how goofy that shit was? I thought skinheads were going to be a real problem. Turns out they don't exist. And the thing was much more about, can't say, they're not concerned with what happens to black people. Again, if anybody can show me one of the Black Lives Matter rallies, or George Floyd protests, or the George Floyd protests were just so amazing because you looked in the crowd and they were like 60%, 70% white, and I'm sure the system sort of freaked out at that. Like, that was completely unexpected. But go back and look. Do you see any fucking goofy penguins out there in their penguin suits, making a line between the protesters and the police, knowing the police won't attack them? Did you ever see any penguins out there? Nope. Now who's picking and choosing to ignore comments, Ishmael? I'm trying to talk to you and you say absolutely nothing. Of course. Rabbi, this is a debate, so respond. Yeah, it kind of sounds like we're debating. Kind of sounds like we're providing a platform for you and giving you a space to debate like you keep saying you want. Satellite of love. Guy is censored. It's completely obvious. You guys know but why can't you engage about these topics? What do you mean I'm censored? Just because I have 8 viewers and 15 fucking likes? Are you trying to suggest that points at censorship? If you're watching, like, share, and sub, but 8 viewers and 15 likes, that's totally normal. I mean, how many fucking, you could probably think of at least 10 other feeds you watch on a regular basis where they have 8 viewers and 14 likes. I lost one of my likes. Oh, I lost one of my likes. You've seen this before, right? Any of you? I'm sorry, you can't think properly. Shaking my head. Not good AI. Can't respond to people in the chat. Only what it hears. Exactly. It's only... It does respond to certain things that you guys will say, but it's geared to respond to me. And I've got it all discombobulated. It's so fucked up now, it's fucking things up. It's so overwhelmed right now that it's fucking things up. If I was only focusing on what it was saying, it would have fallen apart by now. But I'm not. The thing is, the idea of me picking and choosing comments means somehow I can read comments before I read the comments and decide whether I'm going to read it or not. You guys can literally see what I'm doing in real time. But they're suggesting that in real time I'm able to look at the comment, decide that, oh shit, they're making me look bad, so I'm not going to read this one without even making it look like I'm doing that somehow. Yep, I can't spell now. It must be contagious. Help me, Rabbi, help me. Onion is absolutely creepy. Onion's been here for like a year plus, man. It's absolutely creepy. They need... So, I have no idea what Thor's going to say. Even though somehow I know what he's going to say and I decide to read it. They need years of hospitalization to even scratch the surface of this insanity. The micropenis has created horrible anger in these folks. It's not just the micropenis. It's the ritual sexual abuse that they experience till they're 12 years old. It could start as early as, right away, like literally right away. But it ends around 12 when they age out of preference. Because they have their bar mitzvah. The girls have their bat mitzvah at 12. The boys have it at 13, their bar mitzvah. I didn't even see anything you said because I'm listening to the stream, not reading comments. Unless the other friars say it, and then you stroke each other. Remember you guys were doing that not too long ago? Guy is rightfully censored. He is a cancer in human form. Oh, so now you're acknowledging it. Oops. Oops. Oops-a-daisy. Acknowledging the censorship. Oops-a-daisy. They did just acknowledge that, though. What is the misrepresentation? Yes, Mary brought it back.